Happy New Year, live from Soho, New York City. It's Wearable Electronics with Becky Stern.
Hey everybody, Happy New Year, Happy 2015. I haven't seen you since before Christmas.
Yeah.
And now I see you. You're looking very flashy. Here's Phil, Mr. Lady Edit himself. He's going to tell us what's on today's show. What's on today's show, Phil?
On today's show, we are going to talk about Wearable Wednesday.
Of 2014.
All the news that's
Wednesdays.
fit to put a battery in an LED and stick it to yourself.
Yep.
Component of the week.
We talk about something new and what it's useful for.
Tools we love.
This time it's a book, because books are tools.
Yep. And questions and answers. You got questions. Becky has some fast and furious answers.
Wait, slow and considered and well planned out answers. If you have answer questions about wearable electronics, you can ask them in the comments or on Twitter or Google Plus or wherever.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we'll answer them on a future show. That's what I mean by slow and considered, because they'll be on next week's show.
That's right.
And if you get your question answered on the show, it makes you eligible to win the show's giveaway. Today it is a floral.
Yeah. All that and more on, you guessed it, Wearable Electronics, Becky Stern, 2015 edition. Bum, bum, bum. The summer models are no longer on sale.
Avondale Dodge. Sunday, Wednesday.
All right.
Can you tell me, Phil, what are you wearing?
Oh, these are the goggles that you made. They're beautiful.
Today's project, we'll talk about them more later.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the code yet?
Nope, we didn't. We should pay some bills.
Today,
Keep the lights on here, folks.
you can use code CELEBRATE to get 10% off everything in the Flora and Wearables category until tonight,
Yeah.
p.m. 12 a.m., 11:59 p.m. Through
Yeah.
the end of today, Eastern Time.
That's right.
Never pay full price here on Wearable Electronics.
All right. And that was our What Are You Wearing segment. But Becky, what are you wearing?
I am also wearing New Year's Eve NeoPixel
Yeah.
ring glasses, celebratory glasses, using the Phil B Theater Chase function
Yeah.
for maximum blinky.
These are cool. All right. I'm like,
I didn't want to be outdone by the SparkFun New Year's Eve NeoPixel extravaganza, so
Oh,
we actually independently were also planning our own New Year's Eve NeoPixel extravaganza.
is it a NeoPixel throwdown?
And not quite a throwdown, more of a New Year's Eve party where we all wear
Like a high five?
Yeah,
like a skateboarding competition where you're like just doing tricks to show each other?
Yeah.
It's like that? Okay. Next up.
Lots of fun NeoPixel New Year's Eve attire. That's what I'm wearing.
From the blog, because we have Wearable Wednesday.
Okay, so Wearable Wednesday, every Wednesday on the blog, we post up all kinds of cool wearables projects for you to enjoy and learn more about. This is from Barbara Eldridge, who won the Element 14 Hats Off Challenge, you might remember. And she's back hatting again with, this is the Christmas hat. It has temperature sensor and NeoPixels, and they change color according to how warm it is. So if it's very cold, it'll know that you're outside, and it'll sort of turn an icy blue. That's the next slide.
Okay.
And when you're inside, it'll turn red and green for a festive Christmas hat. Came out really nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah, can't wait to see what Barbara makes next.
Okay.
Along similar lines, from the blog, here is a Rudolph blinking LED hat, also quite festive. Here's all of our holiday fallout.
Yeah.
Is what the projects on the blog are this week and last week too. This is a beautiful dress that is a costume of an angel Christmas tree topper. Really crazy LED gown with full structured bodice and makeup look to complete the outfit.
Yeah, that's nice.
Awesome. These are a pair of chopsticks that encourage you to eat slowly.
So if you move too fast, it'll say don't.
Don't.
Okay.
Stop and chew your food.
Chopsticks itself is a good way to not eat too much food, but maybe
If you get too good at the
you
chopsticks,
get too good.
I know I can shovel some food in my mouth
Yeah.
with chopsticks. Mainly raw fish.
This is nice.
A student one of my students' projects from class last semester. Her name's Chi. She made this vest with these balloons on it and air pumps, and over time you're sitting and not moving around enough, it slowly inflates the balloons, and then you, in order to sit back against your chair flat again, you have to reach behind you and squeeze the air out of them, sort of to stretch and move around, and also give yourself a little massage.
Okay.
Yell wire there just for flair.
All right.
But very fun Arduino project using controlling air pumps.
Oh, cool. This is a little like Heckaday ring.
Yeah, well,
Woo!
it's a little like it's a little display ring, 3D
Yeah.
printed, and then of course, putting the Hackaday logo on your project does help you get your project blog on Hackaday. I think.
Yeah. That's why I made the logo
Yeah,
a million
right.
years ago.
I know, right?
A million years ago, I carved it
Unbelievable.
out of ivory. It was the last elephant.
Ivory is so
It was
cool.
it was a mammoth.
This ring is not. No elephants were harmed in the making of this 3D printed ring, that I know of anyway. Maybe
Nope.
it was traded for some ebony later.
I traded 4 beaver pelts and some tobacco.
Okay, all right, that's sustainably harvested beaver pelts.
Yeah.
Speaking of beaver pelts, there's
You
a
like
new
how I did that, right?
tutorial in the Adafruit learning system for how to
Well, this is more like a cat pelt
It
that,
is, I just-
that
you know,
glows.
come on, segue.
Yeah.
New tutorial in the Adafruit learning system for animating glowing NeoPixel boa scarf. Very nice. Also, in the Adafruit learning system is the next image, is using a NeoPixel jewel to make a glowing turtle pendant. Super cool. And then last week's video was a roundup of our favorite wearables projects from 2014.
Yeah.
And we have a short video compilation
Yeah.
of those to show you.
I really like these videos. So this was in our outbound emails when we put a YouTube link. If
Yeah.
someone has like Gmail, the little video thumbnail shows up, and people say it's so great when I order because I get to see the latest video.
Yeah.
So this one was the one that was going out over the last few days. I just switched it to the like kind of best of 3D. But this is the one. If you ordered something from Adafruit, you probably already saw this. But I liked it a lot. It was a nice recap to look back at the year.
We did one in 2013 too. This one was
Yeah.
just as blinky. Please
All right.
enjoy.
Here we go. What a year. Okay, congratulations on a fantastic year. You
Thanks.
made a dent in wearables.
Yeah, we totally made
Yeah.
a dent. We got
Yeah.
up to 13 and something YouTube views.
Yeah, 13
Just
million.
13, yeah, 13
Yeah.
million. And
I hit refresh 13 times. It was nice.
we saw our categories grow a lot
Yeah.
in 2014 and have even more ideas than ever for new wearables projects to make. So that list never gets smaller.
Yeah. And we have a lot ahead in 2015.
Yep, to look
Okay.
forward to. So that was fun. If you had a favorite project that didn't make our list, let us know what it is, and
Yeah.
we'll say thank
And
you.
you did another video this week.
Yes. Okay. So today,
Create your own pair of flashy party
about these
glasses
lovely
using
glasses.
NeoPixels and
Nothing
a
is
Trinket
messed up with
microcontroller from
You
Adafruit.
don't like
That's
that?
not supposed to
That's
be.
not
Follow
supposed to be
along
there.
to build your own.
You know what? I'm just
Our
gonna.
complete guide.
Wirecast. This is the.
Did not happen.
Did it-
Did not happen.
Okay, so
Did not
today's
happen.
debut project is pretend you didn't see anything. Today's debut project is tutorial on making these glasses, which yours are very similar to the
Yeah.
Kaleidoscope Eyes goggle circuit, right? 2 16 neopixel rings. These are two 24 neopixel rings with neopixel stick on the side, so 64 LEDs total.
Yeah.
We're both using a 500 milliamp hour battery. Anyway, maybe you can play the video. The next one is.
I'm
should
gonna
be the
play.
video.
I'm totally gonna play this video this
The
time.
full screen one.
The full screen one, not us with our commentary and us trying to be smart and clever. Just the video stands alone. The video speaks for itself.
I swear I can use this software.
This is fine. All right.
Create your own pair of flashy party glasses using NeoPixels and a Trinket microcontroller from Adafruit. Follow along to build your own using our complete guide on the Adafruit learning system. The link is in the description. Glue on 16 or 24 size NeoPixel rings and optionally add sticks along the sides. Use silicone-coated stranded wire to make tidy connections between the components according to the circuit diagram. Twist and tin each wire lead before soldering. Load up the sample Arduino code and try writing your own animations to match any occasion. Plug in a hair clip battery and you're good to go.
All right. Okay.
Okay, I hope you guys like that. These glasses are super fun. They make you the center of attention at any party,
Yeah.
except if it's a New Year's party, in which case you'll just be have the classiest LED glasses. There's a lot of LED glasses now for New Year's,
Yeah, I
easy
picked up.
costume things to find.
Yeah, I picked up these on Canal Street.
Yeah, and
I got
there
a
are
deal.
lots of ones with LEDs in them
You
too.
know, it's funny what this is kind of interesting. We're gonna throw these away soon, but if you look at these, what they did is they actually they cut it so it's not jewels, they're just cut down, and so this is lacquered and then they like cut down or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
and
Isn't
then
that
the
neat?
holes are like just
Yeah.
painted silver on the inside.
Yeah.
It's
So this
fascinating.
is what I did on New Year's show that we had on Ask an Engineer. I
Yeah,
did that.
I know
so.
this is a good
Yeah, it's
look
nice.
for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it's totally okay.
Really, it's appropriate though to wear blinging LED glasses on your birthday.
Yeah.
Bachelorette parties.
so what is this
bar
thing?
mitzvahs. Oh,
'Cause
this is the hair clip battery.
Ah.
So which side is it on? This side.
Yeah.
The battery's in my hair.
Okay. So that's what they clip it on, and then this
yeah.
is what they look like from Pine.
Right, and so the name of the game for this project is like very tidy wiring.
Okay.
So while it's a very easy project, it's maybe not the best like first soldering project just because the wires all have to be extra tidy. But if you're looking for a project to like scratch your meticulous itch and make something really finished and polished looking, this is a pretty quick payoff. You can make them in an afternoon at your desk, and route all of the wires very carefully, adding extra for strain relief at the temples so that you can fold the arms in and stuff. And
Okay.
and these I have a feeling will be kicking around the office for a good long time.
Okay. Don't forget, folks, the code is celebrate 10% off, and the Floor and Wearables category expires tonight, 11:59 p.m. People said, "Hey, you can do any more sales? Sales all over. You guys do a lot of sales. I really like sales. You get a sale."
Sales are for you.
Sales
if you
are
would
for-
like to make your own celebration spectacles, you can get the supplies 10% off.
Okay. Next up, component of the week is.
It's the vibrating motor controller.
Okay.
So you can use this. We have a lot of things that are designed to drive LEDs. This is specifically designed to drive vibrating both off-center weight and the other kind of vibrating motors, so that you can do haptic feedback, not just like did the thing vibrate, but you can make it feel like a knock or like a smooth buzz or a sharp
cool.
buzz, and like do some cool haptic stuff, which is really useful for wearables. Like if you had a jacket with a GPS in it and you wanted it to sort of steer you in directions, you could have vibrating motors and then haptic controllers to relay kind of sophisticated messages.
Yeah, that's cool.
And my Ringly has a vibrating motor in it too, but we don't know if it has We haven't taken it apart yet, so we don't know what kind of motor driver is in there, but it doesn't seem to be doing too many different types of vibrations, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'd like to hook up one to like a clock sensor or Bluetooth Low Energy, and as the appointment's coming up that's really important, it starts like tapping you on the shoulder like over and over, like it's in your jacket.
That'd be
like,
pretty
hey,
cool.
and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
whoa, yeah. I'd like to do that.
Yeah, because like this ring on my finger, although it's a really it's a natural place for there to be an object on like a woman's body. Anyway, the when it like vibrates because I have a calendar reminder, I kind of feel like there's a spider on my hand.
That sucks.
Just a little, not always, and not
That
under
sucks.
all contexts. If I'm walking the dog, I'm like, oh, I have
Yeah.
a text message, but I'm like sitting at my desk typing, and it vibrates. Sometimes I go, ah!
Yeah,
'Cause
spider.
think
Oh no,
have
I just got an
something
appointment.
on my hand, but I don't. So I think that in the shoulder, like sewing and crafts, like really enable you to branch out from the places where we already carry like hard objects on us, and sort
Yeah.
of put the vibrating motor where it should go, where it would be the most useful for communication, not just the most convenient place that
Yeah.
it can already go.
Since you've said this, there's been 4 new startups that are just Internet of Spiders, and they send spiders out to remind you to do stuff. All right. Anyways, celebrate. That's the code. Don't make me send a spider.
No spiders.
Don't make me send a spider to remind you to use the code.
Come on, there's no spiders here.
Watch out, spider. Okay.
Tools we love. Okay, so Alicia Gibbs' book, Building Open Source Hardware, is out.
Yeah.
Carry it in the Adafruit store. Sadly, my author copies got returned to sender.
Oh,
from I think because
no.
my local post office is like under construction and closed, and
Oh,
sad face. I was
no.
like, where am I? We have it in the store.
No,
I don't have
book
my-"
for you.
Anyway, I wrote the Wearables chapter, contributed to Alicia's book. Also, lots and lots of other really important people in open source hardware have contributed big chunks.
Yeah,
and
thanks for
little
doing that.
snippets.
Lamore and I got completely slammed, but there was at least some Adafruit that got in there. Thank you.
Yeah, there's some flora and some history and some other stuff in there. If you are looking to make a business that uses open source hardware, this is a really good resource to check out because it has lots and lots of background information, best practices. Amanda Wozniak has a chapter in there too.
Well, that's a chapter.
So you can pick it up from the Adafruit shop, but please don't pay full price.
Yeah, you should get a discount.
10% off using our discount code CELEBRATE
Okay.
through the end of today.
Next up, questions and answers. You got questions? Becky has some answers. As always, there's a prize.
You could win a Flora. If you ask me a wearable electronics question and I answer it on next week's show, I will draw your name out of yon LED hat and you will win a prize. And today's prize is a Flora.
Okay. First question is from, looks like Gentle. Question, will Adafruit ever offer large spools of conductive thread that can be seen in the Wearables tutorials video? If so, what would the price be like?
So I believe you're talking about these big spools that I have, big cones of conductive yarn.
That's a lot of thread.
It's so much. I think that like when these samples got dropped off at my desk, I was warned that they were like $300 worth of conductive thread. It's like way more than you would ever need. And we did used to wind our own bobbins here, so get the big spools and then use a little bobbin winder, but then we started having them be pre-wound for us. What else did you have to say about distributors or suppliers or?
Oh, as far as people trying to bug you about where to get the stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I could tell you. So at this point, Adafruit is a company that we have a purchasing team, and Becky and I don't even know most of the places where stuff comes from, and they do agreements with the manufacturers to make sure that we're the one purchasing, we're the one getting it, and they really don't want one-off people emailing them and bugging them. So we're not even allowed to say some of the places.
And some of the places won't even sell us stuff until after we've shown them that we will sell enough to make us make it worth their while.
That's right.
But anyway, you don't need this much.
Yeah.
Like, that's so. I use them for props in videos because, like, otherwise a tiny little spool of conductive thread doesn't make a very big visual impression, and these give me something to play with for scale. But like, it's so much thread, you don't need that much. I swear.
Yeah. So the default, because a lot of people, I mean, like, sometimes it's literally walking down the street in New York City. If Lamore and I are walking around, they'll say, "Hey, like, by the way, I want to get like 10,000 resistors," and we're just like, we don't even know. Like, we don't even know.
Let me just jot you down the number.
We don't even know where we get them. Like, try DigiKey. So okay, next up. I'm going to combine the light up Converse and the Tron bag to make Tron Converse. If I'm using EL wire, could I also use the step activated trigger materials thing from the Firewalker shoes?
Cool idea, Tron sneakers. You're talking about using the Velostat pressure sensor from the Firewalker sneakers. No, that's not going to work without some serious modifications to both projects. So the reason is because the EL panel and wire and tape uses an inverter that translates the battery power to high voltage AC to excite the phosphor and cause an oscillating charge between the two dielectric materials. And so it's an AC system, whereas the Firewalker sneakers use LEDs and the Velostat as an analog pressure sensor with a microcontroller. So there's no microcontroller in the Converse sneakers, and to hook up a microcontroller to control EL wire is not as straightforward as some may think. So I wouldn't. I would just make them Tron. And if you wanted to make them reactive to sound. We have a sound reactive inverter in the shop that you can use to do that.
Okay. Next up. Hi, Becky. Do you know of a tiny Arduino camera with a ribbon, not a board?
I don't. It
We
depends
do
on
have-
what you want to do though. So
I get these. You kind of
we
need a
have-
beefier thing to run a camera. You still do.
Well, I mean, the thing is, we have those little Raspberry Pi ribbon cameras that I think that are being referred to, the little spy cam, but they're not that much smaller than this. So
Yeah.
I would say if you're looking for a really tiny camera for a wearable purpose, just use a disassembled narrative clip,
Okay.
which is a commercial product that we did a teardown. Has a tiny camera,
good
has
advice.
a GPS, has all kinds of stuff going on for it. It's in a tiny package already with a microcontroller and an app for uploading the photos automatically, or
Okay.
when you plug it in, and recharging and battery and all that stuff. So like if you just, that's a really small circuit that you can refashion into a necklace or a brooch really easily, rather than try to make your own miniature Arduino camera circuit. Depends on what you want to do with it though. This is the smallest Arduino camera we have in the shop right now. I know it's not exactly what you're looking for.
Okay, next up. Wearables people, can I track down conductive thread with tack down conductive thread with fabric glue, or do I need to sew? I'm not very good at sewing.
So if you're not very good at sewing, then don't try to sew and just use wire.
Okay.
Wire is better than conductive thread for most things.
And we have the silicone
Most
wire
things.
too.
The
Yeah, it's
silicone
nice.
coated stranded wire is awesome. It's super flexible. You can carry a lot of current without heating up. It comes in lots of different colors. We have it in 2 different gauges, 30 and 26. So it's what I use for the glasses and what I use for a lot of fabric projects. And then you just tack the wire to your garment. But if you're not good at sew, like the reason that conductive thread is good is if you already know how to sew and you're trying to learn electronics based on sewing without like learning soldering first.
Yeah.
It's not like if you're not good at electronics or crafts, like wearables is really hard. You should start with just wire,
Yeah.
right?
That's
One
good.
thing at a time.
Yeah. And I like that you don't like push one or the other. It's not like you're part of like the thread commission or something like that. Like it's like sometimes like most of the time wire is better. If you can use it great. Like
Yeah,
Like don't
and
like.
then, because conductive thread's not insulated, it has non-trivial resistance. It's a little bit more challenging to use than regular thread because it's stiffer. It's made out of metal. It's a challenging material, but if you're already like someone like Sally Byers who's really good at sewing, it can open up doors to you that wire would not.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So with that being said, it's giveaway time.
All of you are eligible to win a Flora.
Yeah. And special thanks to all the people out there that are using different video services with us today, because we were doing a little switcheroo as we work out some technical stuff.
We'll put it on YouTube in
All gonna be
a
good.
hot second.
No one will know.
Katie,
Katie won.
Won.
Congratulations.
You won the Flora. You can sew with conductive thread, or you can solder wire to it.
That's right.
Please email support@adafruit.com to claim your prize. I'll also hit you up on the Twitter. It looks like your message is strong. Thank
That's
you so
right.
much for your questions.
And again, just a reminder, where can people ask these questions?
Pretty much wherever they're watching us say this right now. So
Okay.
on the blog, on
Yeah.
YouTube, on Google+, on Twitter.
Yeah. If they're watching it through like Chromecast, can they shout it at their TV and will it be delivered to you as a sound message and make your phone vibrate when the spider comes out?
There's no spider.
Okay.
Please do not attach your message to a spider and send it to me.
Spider delivery.
Until Game of Thrones is back on TV, we are rejecting all carrier ravens.
Okay. Spider. All right. So there's other stuff going on tonight.
Oh yeah, if you would like to share off your own wearable or other project that has electronics in it, please do so on the Google Plus Show and Tell Hangout.
That's coming up
7:30 p.m.
tonight. That's right.
If you want to join, you just leave a comment in the Google Plus and then ask them to be added to the circle. Then you'll be invited every week And you can just join. Sometimes it's crowded, sometimes it's not.
First one of the new year. Okay. Next up.
After that is Ask an Engineer with
That's
Mr. and Mrs. Lady Ada.
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be a little different. I'll be a little more tired, a little older,
A little bit older.
a little wiser,
A few hours older.
a little wiser.
It'll be a little bit darker outside.
Yeah. I'll be darker. I'll just be like a little creepier, a little more morbid because it's nighttime. Ooh. Okay. And then we've got.
And then the 3D Hangout.
That's right.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow with Matt, Noah, and Pedro.
Matt, Noah, and Pedro. Yeah, if you want to. I'm trying to remember what project they're putting up tomorrow.
Doesn't matter.
Awesome.
Here's the thing I'm going to say. I'm going to say it. I got a bold thing to say about
it's
3D.
The new printing. It's the new printer review.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
CES is going on.
Yeah.
And I would have never imagined that there's more different 3D printers than ever in the consumer electronics space. I expected there to be a consolidation with just a couple big players. But now there's more. Our friends from Lulzbot are there, and they have the TazBot Mini. It's a fully 100% open source 3D printer, FSS certified. Stallman says it's a good thing. When it's Stallman certified, it's Stallman good. But the thing is, I would have never expected this because I would have expected just big players to come in and like take over.
I
but
think that
choice.
might be next year or the year after.
You know what?
I hope not.
3D printing might be weird. It might be that one thing where different strokes, different folks.
Yeah.
There's a 3D printer for everyone, and it might not just come from one company.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Lots of wearables at CES this year, too, obviously.
Yeah, Intel announced a big thing called, little thing called Curie. I put that up on the blog.
Are they going to stop making stuff called Famous Science People?
No.
And start making actual applications with those platforms?
No, they're all about making
platforms.
Electronics that are named after famous scientists.
Electronics platforms that are named after scientists and engineers.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. I got a copy of the marketing report. Number one mission.
So, like, what do you think are the 4 next ones?
Which one?
From them, the 4 next famous people, like the 4 next versions of Mac OS 10. What are going to be the next 4 boards from Intel?
Oh, I can't wait to get the Oppenheimer bracelet. What?
Can I have an Erlenmeyer?
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to go there. They're not going to go into biology.
Yeah. All right.
How about the Tesla? Oh, that's already a car.
Yeah. See, it's already taken care of.
Okay.
All right, so that's the show today.
Thanks so much for watching and bearing with our streamy goodness. We're
No,
gonna try.
No, I'm good now.
Whatever streamy
I'm gonna
stuff.
fix it in post.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget the code.
The code is celebrate wearables.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see everybody next week, and we're gonna do some tests right now. I have some ideas, by the way.
Okay. See you next week.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.